Welcome back. So today I want to talk about whether or not crypto is a security, and specifically whether Ethereum, I'll take this an example, whether or not it is a security. And a few words about the Howey test that supposedly helps us understand or know whether something is a security or not. Whether there's a common enterprise, whether or not you expect a profit, and if it is the case, then it is a security. Let's take example. Let's take as an example the what is it called? Used cars or collector cars. Rich people, purchase cars. They leave it in their garage. A few years later, they sell it. These cars have a company that manufactures them. There's certainly a common enterprise. The people who buy these cars most certainly expect a profit. So the question is, how come cars are not securities? And the answer is pretty simple. It is completely arbitrary. The reason collector cars, are not considered to be securities is because it's not a big enough market. That's the whole trick. You see, according to the Howey test, and that's the point I'm making, everything can be regarded as a security. That's the whole point. There's a joke, I'll tell you, which illustrates this point. So a guy walks down the street, and then two people who are up to no good stop him and ask him whether or not he has cigarettes. So he says, listen, I don't smoke. I don't have any cigarettes. And they beat the shit out of him. All right. A day later, the same people stop him, gives him the same answer, and so they beat him. And then he buy a pack of Marlboro cigarettes in case, they turn out, and sure thing, a day later they see him and they say, do you have cigarettes? And he says, of course, I have Marlboro. And they says, no, I like Kent. And they kick the shit out of him. So a day later, he goes to the shop and he buys every brand of cigarette there is out there. He puts it in his backpack and he goes about his day. And he meets these two people and they ask him, do you have any cigarettes? And then he grins at them and he says, what type would you like? I have everything. So they look at him and they say, why is it that you're not wearing a hat? And they kick the shit out of him. In other words, it's a lose-lose situation. There is really, it's not about the cigarettes, it's about kicking his ass. And the security and exchange, like anything, is all about power. And they really don't give a shit whether something is a security or not, or more specifically, whether they are protecting investors or not. They simply want to be involved in everything they can. And once something becomes large enough, it will become a security, because the Howey test is constructed in such a way that everything is considered a security. Everything can be regarded as something, anything which you hold and you can profit from it can be regarded as a security. It just needs to be big enough. So the power-hungry people at the SEC and the politics everywhere can get a hold on. So Ethereum, and I'll end with this, is clearly not a security. It is gasoline. It allows computer engineers and software engineers to compile code that is ubiquitous, and they don't need permission from anyone. Anyone who wants to program in Ethereum or on the Ethereum blockchain needs the Ethereum token. Clearly, it is a commodity, let alone that there is no body that owns that software. All right, there are people that are well known. There are people who have a gathering following within the Ethereum community. However, there is no one on earth, including Vitalik Buterin, that has the power to decide which software I am running on my computer. So he can propose an upgrade or a hard fork, but I choose whether or not I wish to download this software. That is clearly not the case with Microsoft, or AOS, Apple's software, where they decide for me whether or not I can use it. So if I do not do the upgrade, they can stop me from using the software. That is clearly not the case with Ethereum. So it is a commodity without a doubt. However, and that's the point I'm making, using the Howey test, anything that becomes big enough can be claimed to be a security. So that's what I have here for you today. Till next time.